What's up guys, it's Clown Fighter here. Guys, this is going to be the last video before the main fight. So in this video guys, I'm just going to be breaking down the weigh-in. I'm just going to look at the last face-off between the two fighters, see if I see any signs. And in the same video guys, I'm going to give my prediction. I was going to do two videos, but I might as well concise it into one. So let's get straight into it guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning and defending IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Triple D.
So here comes Dubois guys.
Dynamite.
Looking ready. No messing about. Got his team in his corner. I'm going to put him down. I don't want to get them for copyright or anything. So obviously that's Dubois. He's ready. Let's see Usyk.
Division world champion, former undisputed cruiserweight world champion, current ring
so Usyk, I can see Usyk right there. Dubois already taking his top off. Usyk's wearing his same top he usually wears.
Heavyweight champion of the world from Ukraine. He is Oleksandr.
There we go. There we go. So Usyk's coming. He keeps doing this thing with his hand, guys. Remember, I picked this up in my press conference. Make sure you watch my breakdown on the press conference. He keeps doing this little thing. Is he playing the flute or I don't know what he's doing with his hand gesture, and then he puts the 3 sign up after. He keeps doing this thing with his hand, guys. What does anyone know what that means? Because it's hard to figure that guy out sometimes. It's hard to figure Usyk out. He's always got these cryptic messages that he does. Stepping onto the scale.
Triple D.
Daniel Dubois first. Let's see how much he weighs.
Dynamite Dubois, the IBF champion. £243.8.
243 pounds for Dubois. I'm not sure what he usually wears. I'm pretty sure it's similar. I don't think it's too bigger or too less. Let's see Usyk. So you can see the fans, guys. The British fans claim Usyk as one of their own, in my opinion. So they did a lot of Usyk backers in England, guys.
IBO heavyweight world champion, fighting for and representing the sovereign nation of Ukraine, Oleksandr.
He's got all his crosses on his chest. Undefeated, undisputed. King. Look at Dubois standing in the background. Let me just go back. Gotta look at the psychology sometimes, guys. You gotta look at these things. So you can see Dubois right there, guys. Chest out, no fucking about. He's ready. Like he's got his chest out. Usyk stepping on the scale. 220-ish, I'm guessing.
227 pounds.
227. So there's about 20 pounds less. Not a lot, guys.
3 ounces.
3 ounces.
And 3 ounces.
Well, no, I'm not saying not a lot. That is obviously a difference between Dubois and Usyk. He weighs 20 pounds less. But you don't need size. That's not how Usyk fights. He's not a guy that's going to put on size. He doesn't need to. Face-to-face time, guys. So Usyk straight, no emotion. Dubois looks a bit more serious. I want to see this shit. So Dubois looks serious, guys. Very serious. Very, very serious. Stoic, but Usyk again, no emotion. This look is. I think Usyk's look is the undefeated look. Beating you once before, nothing new. Dubois showing more confidence. Like you can see, he's trying to puff his chest out. You got his team Don Charles in the background losing his rag. Make sure you check my breakdowns out, guys. Previous breakdowns will give you the in-depth analysis on what's going on here between these guys. Usyk's trying to look through. Okay, so Dubois was the first to look away. And again, that looking away stuff, I don't really put too much into it, especially when it's Daniel Dubois, because people say Dubois is not as smart or is not as quick as someone like a Fury or AJ. Is not as clever. You could say dumb-witted a little bit, but sometimes that can play into someone's favour. So Dubois not looked away already. Usyk And Usyk again, he's not staring him out or anything. Usyk just looked at him for 2 seconds and looked away. But Dubois looked away first, 100%. You gotta say that. So people could say, why is Dubois looking away? You gotta look at the other side as well. I did see a few people drop the comments, which is some people said some good comments. So guys, leave your comments. I'm always interested to get your thoughts. I saw some comments where people said Dubois can't look him in the eyes. A bit of awkwardness going on there. The reason being is he knows he cheated. He hit him low how many times in the first fight? And do you know what I'm saying? People keep talking about the low blow, but go back and watch this video. Usyk exposes their whole team. Dubois didn't hit him once low. He hit him about 20 times. That's what they claim. I've saw at least 4 or 5 times. So, and then by Usyk staring him in his soul, it's their argument is, you cheated, you're a man of God and you're lying. But put it back to Dubois, Team Dubois. How can you hit a man that many times low, get away with it, and then complain when one of them, obviously that drops him, does him over? I'm not going to go into that controversy in this video. Go check my breakdown. But there's more things going on. So Usyk is not affected by Dubois. If you think for 1 second that Oleksandr Usyk has mentally lost or has been shaken, or Dubois like overdone Usyk, that's not the case here. Usyk is the same normal Usyk. The psychology is on, the mind's ready, confident. He walked forward, he put his arms up. Now, all I'm going to say is Dubois is better mentally than the first fight. That's all I can say. He's not, I wouldn't say Dubois is rattled. I would say Dubois is an improvement from the first fight. Is it going to be enough for Usyk? So maybe in the past Dubois wouldn't do this. Now Dubois, if you look carefully, Dubois actually went in front of Usyk. Dubois walked from the back and went in front of Usyk. And then he puts his hands up just to show Usyk. And then he looks over to Usyk. Now Usyk's doing this thing with his hand again. So Usyk's trying to play the psychological games. This guy's so far in his psychology. I don't know what he's doing, guys. And I do this shit for, I don't want to say a living. I do this for fun. But I break down the psychology. Usyk's doing this little fucking thing with his hand. Like a Salt Bay putting the fucking salt down. There's a meaning behind that. I don't know it, guys. I don't know it. But it's his own mind games. So Dubois has to look at the challenger, which is the Undisputed. And Usyk's in his own head. Every move Usyk does, believe me, there's meaning behind it. Dubois tried to step in front of him to show, I'm the man now. But Usyk's kind of showing Dubois, I'm going to show you something here in his hand. What does this mean? Are you nothing to me? Does it mean you're nothing to me? There's so many meanings you can take out of this. Dubois obviously has to look over to the man in question, Usyk. So Dubois is looking at him in an aggressive way. Usyk does not look at him, keeps his fingers like that. One thing I noticed with Usyk is Usyk's aware Dubois is looking at him. Look. Look, let's go here. So Usyk does this thing with his hands. I've not seen Usyk do this type of stuff before though. Watch Usyk's eyes. He's looking left, right. Dubois kind of still looking at him. He's aware Dubois was looking at him. He looks at him again. Now again, check my breakdowns out. Remember the fight where Usyk kept staring into Tyson Fury's soul? Remember where Tyson Fury couldn't look the man in his eyes? He kept looking left, right, up and down. Now I'm not saying Dubois is trying to look into Usyk's soul and Usyk's not looking back at Dubois. There's some parallels here, and that's why if you go back and watch my full breakdown, you'll see the psychology of improvement from Dubois. I'm not comparing the two guys. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Usyk is a Tyson Fury. That's not the fucking case here. Not even 1% I'm saying that. However, there's some stuff going on here in the background, guys. Dubois got a lot more confidence. However, Usyk, again, he relies a lot on his spiritual side, which again I covered in the press conference. Check the video out. You need to check those videos out to understand what I'm saying. But he doesn't need to stand around with Dubois. Remember like Fury, where Fury wanted to keep looking at him. He stood there. Maybe Usyk's not seeing Dubois as a threat. He's not seeing him as a threat. But yeah, guys, I'm not going to really go much more into this.
What is going through your mind right now, Daniel?
I'm locked in, I'm focused, I can't wait.
Locked in, focused, can't wait.
You will have over 90,000 people there tomorrow. The nation is backing you. They want a new undisputed champion. One question, are you going to knock him out?
I'm going to win by any means necessary.
So again, guys, check my breakdown out. Dubois and all my other ones on my channel. He says he's gonna win by any means necessary. He keeps saying he's gonna bring chaos. Remember the first fight? How many low blows he went for? Is he gonna do the same sort of tactic, or does he mean he's just not gonna stop? Because he's shown in his last 3 fights, he's got that mindset. He goes, I'm gonna create chaos, and it's a scary guy to have Dubois doing, like, a big guy, a big unit like him, constantly coming at you. Do you know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens, but let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Daniel Dynamite Dubois.
That's Dubois. Let's see Usyk, guys. The whole crowd is chanting Usyk's name right now.
One more fight from becoming a 3-time undisputed world champion. What does this opportunity mean to you?
For me, it's a great opportunity for my people and my country. Thank you for Jesus Christ and Virgin Maria. See you in tomorrow.
So look at Usyk again. His whole country's at war. Man of faith. Bigs up his faith. And then he says, see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
No, doesn't need to say much more.
Slava Ukraini!
He's back in his country, which is still in war. And you guys, I'm not going to break it any more down. I don't think there's much more to say now. The fight's very close. Let's get ready, guys. Stay tuned, guys. I'm just going to be dropping one more video for my prediction. What's up, guys? It's Clown Fighter here. Guys, I'm just going to be doing my final video for this upcoming fight, which will be probably today when you're watching this video. So, Usyk versus Dubois 2 goes down today for the undisputed heavyweight crown. All the bouts are on the line, and this is going to be a great fight, guys. I can't wait for this. So, I'm going to give my final prediction, guys. I'm not going to go too much into it. I'm going to give my thoughts. What I would recommend, guys, is to go through my channel, guys, especially the last month. Look at the videos I've made on the Daniel Dubois and Usyk one. I would start from the bottom and work your way through. Reason being I'm saying this, guys, is I do believe I've spotted certain things that will give each fighter advantages. So if you're unsure who to go, who you lean into, or if you're like undecided 50-50, which again I don't think they are. There are a lot of people picking Usyk to win this. But if you're unsure, you need a bit more narrative. Have a look at my psychological breakdowns and all my in-depth analysis, and then it may sway your opinion to maybe towards more Dubois or maybe to more Usyk. I have covered all of that, so make sure you check that out. But guys, without further ado, I'm going to get straight into this fight. So guys, let's just get straight into it. So I'm just going to talk about Daniel Dubois first, and what he can do to win, and what do I think with his game plan and style. Right, so I'm going to look at Daniel Dubois first, guys, and just talk about Dubois a bit, and then I'm going to talk about Usyk, then I'll go into it. So Dubois, he's come off 3 amazing wins, probably the 3 best wins of his career. So first of all, Dubois was stopped by Oleksandr Usyk, I believe about 3 or 4 years ago. He did go in with Usyk the first fight, and a lot of controversy in that fight. Well, it's all been dispelled. I ain't gonna get into the controversy. That's actually BS, man. A lot of people say it's controversy. If you look into it in depth, there was a low blow there, and I think the right call was made. But I will say, when I was watching it at that time, there was debates of, was that a legitimate shot. I'm not gonna get into this in this video, but he did land a shot in Usyk's stomach. Sorry, not stomach, his belt line area, and I don't think it hit his balls, but it hit lower than the navel where you can't hit. It was very controversial. Some people still believe it's legal, some people don't. You guys can have your opinion. However, I have broken this down. So again, check my videos out to give you the in-depth of that. If you're unsure of what happened there. Dubois also did throw a lot of punches low in that whole fight anyway. So kind of irrelevant, you could say. But guys, I'm not going to talk about that. Anyways, he lost to Usyk. Usyk stopped him with a jab, and you could see the sign of Dubois being like the same fighter when he fought Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce stopped him with a jab, and his eye socket bulged up, and he couldn't take anymore. And we just thought, oh, it's the same old Dubois. But no one would have thought he was going to go away, reinvent himself, get a new trainer, get his mind right psychologically. It's the last couple of years, his last 3 fights especially, he has improved drastically. He goes in with Miller, and there was a different mentality about Dubois in that fight. He came out more aggressive. He didn't kind of have any mental sides where he showed weakness. Even in the press conferences, he was giving jokes back to Miller, like, I'm going to show you who's your daddy. He was doing things that he weren't doing before. Then he went to Hrgovic. Hrgovic was cussing him, saying, I battered you in sparring. Dubois didn't really care, didn't mention it. He just said, okay, we'll see. And then in the fight, he ripped his eyes out. And I took a lot of right hands in that fight. And people are saying, oh, Dubois, imagine if AJ hits him with that right hand straight down the pipe. Dubois ain't going to survive it. It goes into the AJ fight. And he fucking takes him down in the first round with the right hand over the top. He's showing the true grit. And he said he's going to be the Kingslayer. And a lot of people said Dubois was going to be an upcoming heavyweight king. When Dubois was coming in the ranks, people say this will be the new generation of the UK. Daniel Dubois, and over his last fights when he was a bit younger, he's 27 at the moment. He must have been about 23 when he fought Usyk, 23, 24. So he was younger, and he wasn't as experienced. But there's been a switch in Dubois, and you can tell. And I think he's going into his prime now. So he beats AJ, stops him, guys. No one stopped AJ from what I know. Obviously, you could say Andy Ruiz. Sorry. So he got TKO'd by Andy, but no one's knocked Anthony Joshua out. He couldn't make the count. AJ couldn't make the count. So again, people say AJ's past it, but let's give credit where it's due, because a lot of these AJ fanboys were saying AJ's gonna go back for Undisputed. AJ's gonna beat everyone again, etc. etc. It's AJ 2.0. He fucking beats Francis Ngannou and he's a fucking boogeyman again. That's what people are going off. But obviously he got shown what time it was. And now Daniel Dubois, I believe he's got everything right in terms of his mindset. But yeah, guys, so now he's coming against Usyk, and he has a shot in this fight, guys. I do believe Dubois can win this fight. So I think, again, in terms of what's going to happen in this fight, I want to talk a little bit about Usyk, and then I'm going to talk about the fight. So in terms of Oleksandr Usyk, I don't need to give this guy too much of an introduction, guys. Oleksandr Usyk, he has never lost in cruiserweight. He took all the belts there. He beat Tony Bellew in cruiserweight, the first Brit. He crosses off his list. Then he has his sights set on the heavyweight division. Comes through the heavyweight division. He fights Derek Chisora. I think his first fight, it was either Derek Chisora or it was Tim Witherspoon or someone. He beat two heavyweights. Derek Chisora gave him a tough fight. Everyone thought, oh, this guy ain't going to hang with the heavyweights. He beats Derek Chisora. Tight fight, but he beats Derek Chisora. He goes into the AJ fight. He absolutely schools AJ. First fight, he won comfortably. And then the second fight, I would say even more of a schooling. And AJ obviously had his mental breakdown. He was out the picture. Then the eyes got set on Mr. Tyson Fury. In between that, hang on, he did fight Dubois. Sorry, he got the sights got set on. He fought Dubois in between the, I want to say between the AJ fights. I'm sure he went to Dubois first. So he went to Dubois after the AJ fight. I'm pretty sure that was in Poland. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, if I'm missing something. But he went to Poland and he stopped Dubois. I'm not going to go through how he stopped Dubois. We all know, guys. He stopped him with a jab. He got dropped by that controversial shot. Again, he got. People say if the referee started counting, he would have got up. I can't really comment on that. But he got up and he was winning that fight. He was outboxing Dubois. And then Dubois got hit with a jab and he doesn't want to continue. Usyk wasn't... I don't want to say Usyk wasn't even trying, but he stops Dubois. And this is a while back. Then he goes for fucking Tyson Fury. I'm not going to go through that saga, guys. Check my breakdowns on that. But yeah, Tyson Fury is supposed to be the so-called best heavyweight ever. He schools... Well, first fight a little bit competitive, but let's be honest. He stopped Tyson Fury in round 9. I think it was the first fight. I've done a big breakdown on that already. But then he takes Tyson Fury on again in the rematch. And Tyson Fury said, I'm going to come different. Beats him a bit more, in my opinion, more clearly than the first fight. Because the first fight, there was a bit of back and forth. Tyson Fury didn't do fuck all in the second fight. Now, Dubois is the one who's risen. Dubois is the one that's standing out from the pack. So obviously Usyk's going to fight. Usyk's going to take on Dubois. Now, Dubois was supposed to fight Joseph Parker. And again, check my channel out. I've done breakdowns on that. I'm not happy about him skipping Parker. And I do believe Dubois' last test before he should have fought Usyk should have been Joseph Parker. Because Joseph Parker, if Dubois can go through Joseph Parker, which I believe he would have, I think he would have had a much better chance against Usyk. The fact that was skipped, pulled out, was ill, it wasn't rescheduled straight to Usyk, for me it gives advantages for this for Usyk in this fight. So guys, I'm just going to give my overall conclusion. So this is what I'm going to say, guys. First of all, I'm going to say this, guys. I had a dream. I did say this in one of my videos. I'm going to just let you know. I had a dream about 2 weeks ago now. I woke up just like cold sweats at night. I don't know how, but this is what happened in my dream, guys. Dubois fought Usyk, and it was a one-sided beatdown. Like, guys, when I say it was a one-sided beatdown, it was like sometimes you get those fights where you think, what the fuck? Like, what happened here? And guess who was doing the beatdown? Take a guess. Dubois. Dubois beat Usyk, like battered him. Now you guys are gonna sit and say, yo, what the fuck you on about? You're on a dream. Okay, guys, this is just a dream, yeah. This can't happen. It's just a dream. I'm sharing it, guys. When I say battered him, guys, like Usyk kept getting dropped. It's just basically Dubois did what Chisora done, but he was like a different power. The outlet was different, and like Usyk, I don't want to say Usyk's age was showing, but Usyk kept getting dropped. Like he got battered. Like you know how AJ got battered. I wouldn't say it was exactly like that, but he got battered, guys. Like maybe the age, but guys, again, it's my dream. He got like I remember him down on his knees a few times on the ropes, down on his knees. But Dubois just kept going, like he just from round, and he was early rounds, guys. He didn't go late. He was like under 6 rounds, probably 4 rounds. Dubois is just the power he had, the mindset, and the forward momentum. I don't know what happened. It's like every time he was touching Usyk, again, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It's my dream. Usyk was getting destroyed. I woke up with cold sweats, guys. I was sweating like, what the fuck? But guys, this is 2 weeks ago. And my dreams, guys, I'm not really a guy that says I'll have a dream and this happens. I'm just putting it out there. So guys, forget my dream. That's just a dream. I gotta go with the reality here. And the reality of this is, guys, I said it before, say it again. The fact that Daniel Dubois did not fight Joseph Parker, for me, has swayed it for me. That there swayed it straight away. I don't believe he's ready for Usyk. As in, I'm not saying he can't win, but I believe in this fight with Oleksandr Usyk. From everything I've seen, Usyk will win this fight. Again, he will win this fight. I believe he'll win. But I'm not saying Dubois can't do it. Again, my dream is on the one side, but from what I've seen from Usyk, as I said, I can't see any flaws in his character. As I said, guys, my channel is predominantly off the psychological side. I could sit here and talk about what Usyk needs to do, what Dubois needs to do. But look, Usyk's a better boxer. He can move around quicker. He's got better feet. Punches come from all angles, and he's got that thing in him, guys. You know what that thing is, isn't it? He's gonna go to the races. Check my video out. Don't call the horses, or whatever he said. What did he say? Don't push the horses. That's what he says. So Usyk's gonna take Dubois to the races. Usyk's not the type to win in the first couple of rounds. The races he's gonna test Dubois' conditioning. So as I said, he always does this to every fight. He does it to Fury. He does it to AJ. He comes on strong as the fight gets, like the engine on the guy. It's like people start getting tired. He gets more energy. It's gonna, like, that's the type of style he's gonna implement. And he's going to up the paces. So I don't think it's going to be the same. First of all, guys, I don't think this is going to be the same as the first fight. I don't think anything close to the first fight. This is going to be a totally different fight. And I think Dubois may get to Usyk, as in he may even drop him. Maybe if it's a dirty shot, I don't know. But a lot of people saying Usyk will overcome it. And if it goes far and it goes late, you have to favour Usyk, guys. If Dubois is not able to get him out of there, or like just do what I've said in my dream, what might happen, then nah. But like, again, if I have to give percentages here, I would say 70% Usyk would win this over Dubois. However, guys, again, I always like to throw it in. I can see Dubois can win this as well. I can see it one way. Yeah, look at the dream I had, guys. Just go in and literally pulverize him, because Dubois is coming he's coming with a lot of confidence. Like, at a young age, he's in his prime. Usyk's 38, Dubois 27. And so I forgot to say, guys, you know, this fight here, it gave me a little bit of flashbacks. Another thing I wanted to add, this fight gave me flashbacks to Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko. That's the vibe I got. That's another image that stuck out to me. That was a back and forth fight. AJ got dropped in that fight, but ultimately AJ took over. It was Vlad's time to leave now. Now I can see, I'm not saying exactly the same thing, but I could see something like that happening in this fight. I'm not sure where, like, I'm seeing that, but I could just, these two have just been replaced. Like, it's AJ and Vladimir Klitschko, and now it's Dubois and Usyk. And it might be that time for that passing of the guard, because Dubois seems ready. Confidence is there, but again, due to certain factors that haven't been perfect and haven't lined up perfectly, I don't think Dubois got in Usyk's head. I think Usyk's ready. Usyk's a man of his faith, spiritual side, all of that. From my psychological breakdowns, I've covered it. Again, I think, don't forget, Usyk's already stopped this guy once. You want to talk about Dubois' confidence? Look at Usyk's the type of, he's a quiet confidence. Usyk doesn't need to show his confidence. his confidence is lived from his experiences. Even in all these face-offs, yes, Dubois is looking more confident, and it will be a more of a tougher fight for Usyk. I believe that, but based on certain factors, I would have to kind of think Usyk's gonna win this. But again, who am I rooting for? Again, I'm just still a bit sour about what Dubois did. If Dubois fought Parker, I would have probably been rooting for Dubois. I don't know who. I don't want to say who I'm. I like the underdog sometimes, guys. So sometimes I just do root for that guy. So in one way, I do want Dubois to win as well. In one way, I just don't like what he did in his last fight. But ultimately, guys, I have to probably stick with Usyk in this fight. And but guys, don't come at me if you say, oh, your prediction is wrong, because I'm telling you, I can see Dubois doing it. So you're gonna have to make your choice. I'm giving 70% to Usyk, 30% to Dubois. That could have been adjusted based off what he's done, but right now I haven't seen enough from Dubois. Yes, he's battered AJ, but unless again my dream, what I said, he's gonna just pulverize Usyk. Now, I don't want to be that guy. He's gonna sit there, today, and guys go, yo, Dubois is just gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Nah, fuck that. I think Usyk's got the skill, man. He's seen too much. But what I will say is, guys, just watch out for Dubois. If this is finished quickly, maybe that dream I had, that could be the reality, and then there would be a rematch. But guys, I'm gonna stick with Usyk. I ain't gonna go too much more in detail with that. That's gonna be my prediction. I wouldn't say it's gonna be a comfortable victory, but I think he'll win. And how will he win? He's either gonna win by 12 rounds, guys, or he's going to stop Dubois somewhere late, maybe. I reckon late, maybe. Can't see him stopping Dubois early. But if Dubois is going to win, Dubois is going to beat him in the first 6 rounds. He has to. He has to kind of just fucking take him out. Stomach. I don't know what Dubois is going to do. He's going to go low. But from what I remember in that dream, guys, I said, it was a pulverization. It was like what happened to AJ. I wouldn't say it's worse, but people were like, what the fuck? Like, what happened to Usyk? It was one of those. So it's gotta be something like that. But guys, you ain't got long to wait now. And that's gonna be my prediction. That's gonna be my thoughts. Again, this is a bit rough. People are gonna be like, what the fuck? I don't care, guys. I'm just giving my thoughts. I'm going with Usyk. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be my video. Make sure you check my breakdowns out, and I'll catch you in the next one.